Okay, so I'm going to show how to both attune yourself to the Blackwing layer and how to solo the first two bosses as an 85 rogue for patch 5.1 Landfall. I'm just going to quickly show you my gear and glyphs. I just recently resubbed, and the last time I played was during the release of Cataclysm, and so I never saw it into the Firelands patch. I think that was like 4.2. As you can see, I don't really have anything crazy. I just have some of the first tier gear from Kata. Okay. As you can see with my glyphs, I don't have anything ridiculous. You actually don't need anything more than the Glyph of Vendetta. So you can just say goodbye to all the other slots. Just use Vendetta. So I got attuned back in vanilla, and I'm not really sure when or why Blizzard moved the Quartermaster. That was the NPC that you originally got the attunement quest from. He's now up near Upper Blackrock Spire, and I'll show you him in just a second. Okay, so this is the Quartermaster's new location. All you have to do is kill him, and he's going to drop an envelope that begins the quest. You just accept that quest, and then you run into Upper Blackrock Spire, which is here. All you have to do is just kill General Dracasath, and then touch the orb that's behind him. It's blue. And then after that, you'll be attuned. So you can't actually use the Blackwing layer portal inside of Upper Blackrock Spire anymore for some reason. I'm not really sure why or when this happened, but now you have to touch the Orb of Command, which I just showed you how to get there. Basically, you go up the chain as if you're going to Upper Blackrock Spire, and instead of going into Upper Blackrock Spire, you take a right and you go all the way down. Alright. Oh, that's some lag. So, I'm not sure when they changed this, but you used to be able to desummon the adds in here if you were an engineer by using this ledge here to jump onto the ledge in front of me. After you killed these three adds, you would basically either use the rocket boots or you could put on the belt that boosted your speed, and it looked something like this. So you'd come over here, and that was after you killed the three adds, like I said. Razorgore would start coming to you, and at this point, normally, you had about 10 seconds before some adds would start coming out, but this desummoned the adds, but did not desummon Razorgore. You can't do that anymore. So the secret to me being able to solo, honestly, is by using one of the new Mist of Pandaria potions. You only need one for this fight, and those are... Oh, I don't have any. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's these things here. Like I said, you only need one, and you're typically going to want to use it on about the second command. So all you have to do for this fight really is every so often control him as he's being controlled right now through this Orb of Domination. You're going to be given some abilities on Razorgore, and number 4 is what you want to use. It's going to basically be the ability that destroys these eggs. So what I'm going to do is basically once Razorgore is about right here, and he will basically, he's going to be released from that blue control beam immediately after I kill these three adds. And so anyways, back to what I was saying. he's going to come about right here, and you're going to want to control him. And that's because you're going to want to destroy the initial eggs, like this one and this one. You want to destroy all the eggs in a certain pattern. I like to destroy the ones closest to me because I like to get him to the end of the room here before I unmind control him. And that's because he's going to make his way back. And he does a conflagration for like 8 seconds that basically is like a rogue blind. It's highly irritating when you have like 60 million things beating on you. And then he also does a stun for like 4 or 5 seconds. And that'll mess you up in terms of timing. The trick here is you want Razorgore's health to not reach 0 or you will instantly wipe. And that happens basically when all the ads are beating on him and you haven't destroyed all of these eggs. If you destroy all the eggs, then all the ads go away, and then it's time for you to kill Razorgore. So let me go ahead and set up my bars and put on my poisons. I do have leeching poison. I do not have the glyph for leeching poison, but this at least is somewhat helpful for maintaining my health when I have a million things beating on me while I'm mind controlling Razorgore. I also use, what do I use? Do I use deadly? No. I use wound poison for this fight because you have a higher instant damage done to the ads that come out. Deadly is nice, but you don't really care so much about the dots. You just want to kill things as quickly as possible. The other thing I do for this fight is I actually spec combat, and that's because I need adrenaline rush. And that's because when you have a lot of ads, you want to kill them as quickly as possible before Razorgore actually comes out. So. And then you can, I guess, do whatever you want here. Like I said, I use leeching just because it helps me keep up for the fight. And I'll usually use like a buff food. And I'll just put on one of these crappy things that dropped in the wild. Oh, also, you no longer need your Onyxia Scale Cloak. They just, I don't know, they nerfed the heck out of this place. So I typically open up with a killing spree right here, and then I begin just attacking as fast as I can. You'll also want to recuperate when you can, so I'm going to wait for him, here he is, and mind control. So as you can see, I am slowly just moving into the back of the room. I'm going to go in a zigzag pattern, basically. I want everything near me destroyed. You really don't want to release him until you absolutely have to. I'll typically wait until I have little to no health. And then I will pop my adrenaline, and then I will fan and knives the crap out of the ads, and then I will pop a recoup. Oh, my portraits are overlapping. You can also pop an evasion and a cloak if you want. Sometimes I'll do that, sometimes I don't. Just depends. Okay, my possess is about to expire. So I am just fan-knivesing the hell out of everything. And then I am going to recuperate, re-mind control him, and go right back on the eggs. things where I'm probably going to need to pop a potion. I'll typically get out of his mind control by just using Fan of Knives real quick. Get rid of some of these guys. Recoup. Control him. And that's pretty much the fight. The rest of it is really tank and spank. You could probably get away with using the, not the runic, is it the runic? The 20,000 one. Oh, what the heck? What? No way! Wow. Alright, I don't know what that was all about, but that was super unlucky. Razorgore didn't even have 0% health. He was at like, I don't know, 35% or so? Anyways, the rest of this is just tank and spank. So... yeah, just kill him. He'll also normally drop a pet. So that's rare. I think it sells for like almost 1,000 gold on the auction house. Alright, for Vaelastrasz, you pretty much have to kill yourself. And let him, well, basically, like, start the fight. He's going to talk for a little bit. Let him kill you. I find it's extremely important as a rogue that you get in an ambush or something while you're stealthed, especially if you have any sort of talents. Like, I have Night Stalker, so I know it's not the best, but I really like movement speed. So anyways, as you can see, any damage you do while stealth is increased by 25%. I really like ambush. It's instant. I am not combat for this fight, and that's because you don't actually need to benefit from the adrenaline rush, since he increases your energy regeneration by like 100 and whatever percent anyways. Also, switch your poisons from wound to deadly. The instant, basically like wound, the instant damage it does is helpful and everything, but it's not going to be as good as the dot poison you get from deadly. Also, keep leeching again if you can, if you have it, simply to help you outlast the fight, since he does, like, what is it, 3% health every few seconds. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start the encounter, and then I'm going to kill myself, and so I'm going to stop the camera right now. Yeah. Alright, back to this fight. So, like I said, I like to use an ambush up front. Any little bit of DPS helps for this guy. If you want, you can get potions of speed like I have. My god, these are super old. They're really easy to make. They don't take a lot. I think it's like pygmy oil or something. Or no, just kidding. Anyways, any little bit of DPS helps for this fight. So if you have any flasks, you can go ahead and use those. I'm gonna go ahead and start. It's just a DPS race, that's all this is, but if I can do it as an 85 rogue with crappy gear, I'm sure anyone could do it. I also just want to put out right now before I attack him, I typically use the first 2 points I get from my ambush for slice and dice, and then I go ahead and just start doing whatever old rotation I knew of. You'll also notice that I am not using, I'm no longer using Mutilate, I am only using Dispatch, and also I am not using any sort of like defensive skills. I'm not using Cloak of Shadows. I'm not using... Oh, I need to pay attention to my dots. I'm not using evasion. I'm just simply doing as much damage as I can. I'm probably gonna die from this. Yeah, I'm gonna die from this. Alright, anyways. That's really all you need to know how to do, I find, for this place. Everything else is pretty much tank and spank. One exception is Ebonrock. He's the guy that every time you attack him, as long as you have his stupid curse up, it heals him for, I think, 25,000. As a rogue, you can just Cloak of Shadow that and then do as much damage as you can. That way the fight doesn't take that long. And then, you can also, because you're a rogue, you can disarm the stupid traps that are up in the next room that slow you by a lot. But, I hope that this helped anyone that's been trying to solo Blackwing Lair, especially at 85. Most of these tutorials are like how to solo at 90, or how to solo like a tanking class, and a rogue is not a tank. Anyways, yeah. Hope you enjoyed it.